Okay, let's get logged in system. uh, dn password. Okay, today we will see how to create an import shipment, and we will also look at how to create master data, invoice, and cost browser. See some master data, input, partner. All partners need to be added here. Partners. These are the parties added just for test purpose. We can add any partner from here. Add new partner. Uh, partner name and group name is mandatory. Name and group name could be same. Okay, group name is basically a single group may have different company. In that case, group name would be different. Other than that, name and group name is supposed to be same. And we need to select shipper, consignee, buying house based on the party type. And forwarding agent, we need to select the forwarding agent for uh, forwarders. And if the party is notified party or air carrier, ocean carrier, or it could be CNF agent like this. And there are address may have multiple address. You can see you can add multiple address. Remove one. Okay, let's see the list. These are already added. Let's see this one. Click on this. Okay, so we can add as many partners as required in this list. All input partners must be added in this list. So now let's see how to create an input shipment. Here you can see input operations, then search panel. This search panel, here this is the list. All shipments will be available in this list. We can find by file number, master number, house bill number, consignee, shipper, container, or we can search by a date filter. We can also search by date range. Once we added any shipment in the system, or shipment will be available in this list. Then we can find find any shipment using these filters. Now let's create an input shipment. You can see add master. This is the first step of creating a input shipment. First select, it could be air or sea. Let's say it's air shipment. Then receive. This is the pre-alert receive date. Say for example it's today. Then master number. It could be anything like this. Say for example this one. Then shipper. This is master shipper. Master shipper. Let's say this one. Then master consignee. Master consignee is, say for example this one. Then notified party, this is optional. Address, notes, these are optional field. Then origin city, shipment may come from China. So for example let's select China. Then load port, system automatically shows load port of China. let's say this one. Then origin city could be Beijing or anything else. Then discharge port, say for example this airport. Then IMO number, these are optional field. Then flight, this should be name of airlines. So let's add one airlines here in this partner list. Say for example it's British Airlines. British Airlines. Let's copy this and paste. This is airlines. Say for example the address is Vietnam. It could be anything. Vietnam, and let's select this one. Click Vietnam office. Then select save. Now again you can see flight name British Airlines. Then ETD and ETA, flight number, say for example BA234. Then save, click on save button. You can see this file number has been created for this master. We have added this master. Now we can search by this master from here in this search list. We can find the shipment. You can see we have added this one. Click on this one. Now we can add house from here. Add new house. Select. This is startup account which is required for creating invoice. Say for example select this one. Then house PL number, it could be like this for example. Then house PL date, say for example this. Freight term could be anything. Let's select FOB. Then sales type, it could be sales nomination, agent nomination, or something else as well. Let's select the salesperson. Salesperson could be, let's say this. Consignee, this is house consignee. Then notify party, it could be same or it could be different. Notify party, then there may have been number for this party. Then shipper, let's select this one. Then marks and numbers and descriptions of goods are optional field. VAT type, the house may be vettable or non-vettable. Say non-vettable. Then it shows the user of the system. Okay, you can see these are the PO lines. We can add as many PO lines as required like this. We can remove like this. Say for example, let's add PO maybe. This one is mandatory field. Say for example 500 carton. It could be cartoon or something else, could be cartoon, could be rule box or anything else. Pieces, length, width, height. Box says length, width and height. Okay, then CPM gets automatically calculated based on the dimensions. Then let's put weight, some weight. Say for example this. We can add another PO like this, and we can also do this. We can also fill like this way. Then select, let's say, carton. Then for example, let's select this. Then weight. Okay, now click on the save button. Okay, you can see one house has been added. There may have multiple houses with a single master. In that case, we can add another house from here. Select this one, this startup account. Again, house number, say for example this. Then again, let's do this concerning house concerning. Let's select this one. Notify could be this. Shipper, say for example this one. Then these are optional. Then select non-compatible. Say for example PO. If there is no PO, we can just leave NA not applicable. Then this carton, it could be roll carton or something else. Carton, pieces, then carton length, width and height. Then weight. Let's select this. Then if there were multiple rows, we can add as many rows as required. We can remove. Okay, we can also copy. You can see. Then can change it like this. Or remove this. Let's select save. Now we can see there are two houses has been created. Okay, one master has two houses. We have added two houses. We can add as many houses as required. Okay, now let's see these two houses we have added, 56 and 65, and master number is this. We can find this by master number or house number from the search list like this. One master, these are the house. Then we can also search by house number like this. We can also remove this, click on search. Okay, so then see, let's click on this master. See, if we click on the master, then we see this view. Then if you click on the house number, we can see this view. This is a view page. If we click on house, we can see the master information, and also we can see house information. Okay, Now let's see how to create an invoice on a specific house. First of all, find the house. For example, let's say this one. Find the house. So for example, I want to create invoice on this house. Find the house, click on the house number, then scroll down and see create house invoice. Then you can also see there is option create cost voucher. First of all, let's create an invoice. Create invoice. You can see this is the chart of account we have selected in house, so we don't need to select it. It gets automatically selected. Now select invoice to. Invoice to, let's say this party. Select this party and you can see this one. This party may have different address. In that case, we will see the address here multiple times as there is only one address, so it gets automatically filled up the address. Okay. In invoice, you can see there are options open and issued. If we leave this open, then we will be able to make changes later. Let's select this one. It could be local or it could be overseas invoice. Let's select local. Then you can see there are two options here, debit charges and credit charges. If we add charges item here, it will be system will create a debit note. If we add charges here, system will uh, generate a credit note. So we will not add both at the same time. It has to be only one. Let's create an debit note first. Okay, for creating a debit note, select charge charge item. So for example, air freight. It could be chargeable weight or something else. Let's say weight 300 or 3 quantity could be this. Currency could be USD. If it's USD, then you can see this is the USD exchange rate. And if it's local currency, so for example Vietnamese, then it gets one automatically. So let's select USD, and this one we can also add as many items as required. So for example this one, and select this one, and for example this, and it could be different currency like this. Okay, there could have VAT. Okay, as we have selected non-bettable, just create a single debit note without VAT. That's all. We can add as many charges as required from here. We can remove, then scroll down and click on this save button. You can see this invoice has been created, and if we scroll down we can see this invoice. Okay, now we can update. Let's click on this. We can change this to some other values like this. Since this invoice is open, if we keep this open, we can change it as many times as required. But if we select issued, invoice will get blocked. Let's see. Now again let's see, click on this edit button. Now we cannot change anything since the invoice status got changes. Okay, now we can see this back to here, and if we click on this print, we can get a copy of invoice like this. This is party, invoice number, invoice date, and shipment information, and these are the charges we have added. Okay, this is the invoice copy, and it requests to authorize the invoice. Let's see how to authorize the invoice. From here you can see import finance and authorize invoice. Now select air, then invoice. This one right now we have created, it requests to authorize. Select this one and do authorize. We can also click on open. If we click on open, this invoice will be editable once again. Let's see. Let's click on this. Now again find the house. Find the house bill from here. This one we have created an invoice on this. Find the house, and again click on this. You can see again we can make changes. So again let's change the status to issued and save, and then again we will authorize the invoice from here. Air invoice, this, do authorize. Now again let's see, search, find the house, this one, click on this house and click on this. You can see the invoice gets blocked. We will not be able to make any changes over there because this invoice is already authorized. So once any invoice is authorized, we can't make any changes over there. So if there is any changes or any corrections required, then we have to issue an credit or debit note against this. So there are options. You can see create credit or debit note from here. In case, see, we can create credit or debit from here. Let's say we want to create a credit note, add charges here exactly like this. Say for example 30, it could be anything. Let's select USD. Then we can add more charges if requires. Okay, let's update this one as issued, and it could be local or overseas. Let's select local, then save. Okay, again find the house. Let's say search, click on search and find this house, this one, and click on this house, and we can see there are two invoices here. We can pull copies from here like this. See, okay, then now let's see how to create cost voucher. For creating a cost voucher, you can click create cost voucher. This is just like an invoice. We have to We can see this is already selected because we have selected this in a specific house. This is the payment tool. Say for example, the British Airlines. We can keep it open or we can issue. If we keep it open, then we can change it. Let's keep it open. Then it could be local or overseas. So for example, local. Then add charges here. So for example, airfare charge, cost on cost could be on chargeable rate like this. So for example, this. Okay, then click on save. Okay, this voucher has been created. If we scroll down and we can see invoices and vouchers. So this way we can create as many cost vouchers as required. From here we can again click on this and create vouchers from here. So again click on this, you can see this voucher is open. Open means we can make changes if required. Say click on this. As this is open, we can change it. Say for example this. Then say let's now update it by issued and click on save. This is a confirmation. Are you sure want to create the voucher in USD? Okay. Then again see this voucher status is issued. So we will not be able to make any changes here. Now, if requires any changes, we have to create a debit note or credit note. Before, uh, same way, we also have to authorize this voucher, and the authorized person can also make this voucher open. If we open this voucher, then again we can change it. Once it's authorized, the voucher will be blocked and later it cannot be changes. Then it requires any kind of corrections. In that case, we have to create an credit vouchers or debit vouchers. For the adjustment. Okay, this is how we can create an air shipment, and we can create as many invoices and cost vouchers required. We can find houses and masters from here. Only one options you can see search. We can find the house and must by masters, shippers. Then click on this house. We can see invoice and vouchers. Okay, we can see a summary of this shipment from here. Let's authorize this voucher. How to authorize vouchers? Exactly like invoice. Authorize input voucher. Click on here. Then select air. Click on go. Then select here. We can click on authorize, or we can also click on open. If we click on open, this voucher will be editable, and again we can make changes. Once we click on this authorize, then this will be blocked and we will not be able to make any changes over there. Let's select on authorize. At any point of time we can find the house. We have created this one. Let's find the house and click on the house number. Scroll down, then we can see all the invoices and vouchers. Now let's see the summary report. If we click on this, click cost, print cost, then we can see this is the house number, this is cost and revenue, and this is profit. We can see the voucher, this is the charge name, this is the party. Okay, okay, now let's see again. Search, find the house and click on master. Let's see this master. You can see in this master there are two houses, and we can see all the invoices and vouchers here. Same way we can create invoices on this house. Click on this house and scroll down, then create invoice and vouchers from here. Exactly the same way we have created for the earlier one. Then let's back. Okay, so we can add as many houses as required in this list. Then there are a few options here. You can send arrival notice from here. Send arrival notice. If we input the email address in master data, then system will automatically show this, and we can also add email address here. Then we don't need to mention the shipment information. You can see just write the email addresses, and you can also keep yourself in CC here like this, and you can write address. Let's say abc something.com, and there may have multiple addresses, need to comma separated like this, comma, then any at the rate of some.com like this. Then if we click on send, mail will be sent to this address, keeping in CC to this email address. Okay, now let's again see. We can add master and house. We can find house and master from this search list at any point of time. Okay, we have already added this house and this masters. We have added this masters, and there are two houses, and this was an air shipment. And same way we can add an sea shipment.